Good evening. So today we are going to continue our lesson with the reading and speaking session. اليوم راح نكمل درسنا بالقراءة. الفقرة اليوم معنا هي قراءة ومحادثة. We are going to talk about human powers. أبني الإنسان ببنية. So the first question we have is look at the photo of the girl. What is she wearing? What do you think she's going to do? Okay, so if we look at the picture here, we can see a little girl, and this little girl is wearing a red helmet and blue shirt. And just by looking to this picture, I think she's going to ride a bicycle, or maybe she's riding a bike, or maybe another sport that requires to put a helmet on your head. So I'm sorry, it's a helmet to put a helmet on your head. So I think it's riding because at her age it's so important to put a helmet while you're riding. Question number 2. So moving to question number 2 is read the first part of the text. Are these statements true or false? Correct the false ones. So we are going to read the first part, the first paragraph, and answer the question about this. The castles of Catalonia. So it's a bright sunny afternoon in Catalonia, Spain. A man is walking towards the stadium with a young girl on his shoulders. The girl is nervous but excited. She's wearing a blue shirt, white trousers, and a red safety helmet. Perhaps she's going to be in a cycle race. But no, she isn't got any shoes on. So, what is she going to do? The girl is Carla Olivia from the town of Villafranca, and she's going to climb. She's going to try and climb to the top of a tower of people. Carla and her sister Mariona are castellers. It's an old tradition, and people come from all over Catalonia to enter competitions to make human towers or castles. There are hundreds of castlers in the stadium, and thousands of people are going to watch them climb. Okay, so by looking, so we have castles score points for who high and for who difficult they are. Okay. Which one is the hardest? I think number 3. And also is the highest one. Number 1 is the easiest. And in the middle, it's between. So this was the first paragraph, the first part. So now we are going back to our question. We are going to read the statements we have and correct the false ones. So Carla is feeling relaxed. No, she isn't. So this is wrong because she feels, or she's feeling right now, she's feeling nervous. It was here. if we are going to make sure of our answer. So, little girl, perhaps no, the girl is nervous. So she wasn't relaxed. She wasn't feeling relaxed. She is feeling nervous. Number two, she's wearing trainers. Mm, she hasn't got any shoes on, so it also falls because she hasn't got any shoes on. She has not got any shoes on. Number three, Carla and Mariona live together. Uh, Since they are sisters, so they they live together, so it's true. Why? Because there are 100 of castles. Castles. Okay. And now moving to the number three exercise, read the rest of the text. Ask and answer the questions with a partner. So we are going to read the follow paragraphs and then going back to our questions. From the bottom to the top. من النهاية للبداية. The oldest and biggest castellars push together around the bottom of the tower to make it strong. The smallest and lightest children go higher up. The child at the very top is called the inexanita, the rider. When they get there and put their hand up, their team can win. Everyone is nervous, says Carla. And no ex- inexenta or inexanta, I think. It is a Spain word. It's my first competition. Her mother is even more nervous. When Carla and Mariona climb, I was there every move. She says, I cannot, I cannot not look. It can be dangerous. The people towers often fall. And when a 12-meter tower collapses, it's a long way down for those at the top. Oh my God. Everyone is important. Mariona, 8, became an Ixanita when she was 5. She likes drawing, eating pasta, and climbing. She's never afraid. She has amazingly cold blood, her father says. That's not true for him. He cries every time his daughters climb. In one competition, the tower fell twice before Mariona could get to the top. Her father ran to her and found her crying. I'm not crying because I'm hurt. I'm crying because I'm angry, she shouted. Her 600 teammeter, teammates heard her and decided to have one more go, and Mariona got to the top. Castles show that every single person in the community has an important role to play. The big, strong men at the bottom are no more important than the women and boys in the middle, and they can't win without the little girl at the top. Highest and best. The winning tower isn't always the highest. It also depends on how complicated they are. Carla climbed the highest and most complicated tower of the day in her first competition. The Vilavrenka team were champions, were champions. Mariona, Mariona is getting bigger and knows she can't be an exenator for much longer. She's going to start gymnastics soon. Is she afraid of anything? She thinks for a moment, getting bad grades at school. Is she afraid of anything? She thinks for a moment, getting bad grades at school. Okay. I think that was all the text. So we're talking about castles. As we can see here in this picture, so big and so complicated. Okay, so Carlos liberating. Okay, now we know why the helmet to protect herself if the tower fall down or collapse. Okay, back to the questions. So the first one, who is at the bottom of the tower? Who is at the top? Okay, we are going to highlight this. Okay, marker. So from the bottom to the top, the oldest and biggest castlers pushed together around the bottom of the tower to make it strong. Smallest the children. So okay, in the bottom or at the bottom of the tower are men, and at the top are the little girls. So here, mm, I thought that I read something like that. So okay, we can say the big, strong men at the bottom are more important, and the women and boys in the middle, and the little girl at the top. Okay, so we don't need this because the question asked just about the bottom and the top. Question number 2. What is an extended? Why is it the smallest child? So the extended is the small child at the very top because to be the lightest. But we are going to search for that. Okay, the smallest and the lightest children go higher up, and the child at the very top is called the inexcenital. So, The smallest and the lightest children go higher up. The child at the very top is called the Nixanita, the rider. Okay, this is answer to question number 2. And number 3, why is being an Nixanita dangerous? Okay, because the towers sometimes are tall and they may collapse, or it's long way down if they fall. So it's dangerous if the tower collapse. So we are going to search for that. I don't want her mother even because I watch them. I can't look. The people tower often fall. So, and when a 12-meter tower collapses, it's a long way down for those at the top. Okay. And now, question number 4. How do the girls' parents feel when they watch them climb? They are terrified. They are like afraid, nervous. So the mother said, like she's nervous. Her mother is nervous, and her father cries. So her father cries every time his daughters climb. Okay. That was hell. No, I want. Okay, that's better. So, and now okay, back to question number 5, I think. No, yeah. Why did Mariona cry when she fell? It was not because she get hurt. Tara fell twice before Mariona could got to the top. Her father ran to her and found her crying. I'm not crying because I'm hurt. I'm crying because I'm angry. She's she got she's got angry, or she got angry. And number 6, how many people are there in their team? How many people are there in their team? She mentioned it here. Champions. Yeah, her 600 teammates. So there are 600 teammates in her team. What do castles show about the community? Some important message: everyone is important. That was the message in the community. Everyone is important. Which tower wins the competition? Not the tallest, not the highest, I'm sorry, but the more complicated. So it depends on, it's not always the highest. It also depends on how complicated they are. So the highest and the most complicated tower wins. Number 9, what is Mariona going to start doing soon and why? She's going to start gymnastics soon. Why? Because she's getting bigger and she can be the Xanita for much longer. So she can be an exanita for much longer, so she's going to start gymnastic soon. I liked this text. It's so amazing. Okay, and now we have questions for us about what do you think. So, why do you think castlers don't wear shoes? So, because we have people climb like on each other, like we have person climbs on another person. So, I think because they don't want to hurt or their teammates. That for a reason number one, and it's lighter for them. I think because it's lighter and because they don't want to hurt each other, their teammates. Do you think it's too dangerous for a 5 year old to be an exanita? I think yes, it depends on the height of the tower they are going to build while they are climbing. And yes, it's a little bit dangerous, I think. Would you like to be a counselor? Why not? For me, as your teacher, because no one of my students here today, I don't like it because I I kind of have a fear of height, so I won't. It's so adventurous thing, but I won't do it. What could you do when you were younger that you can do now because you're older and bigger? Mm, maybe running, because running. Oh, I can still run. I think it's. I won't answer this question because I don't think like I can do anything I want to do because I can do everything I want. So moving to the next part. Okay, let's see if anyone of my students. Okay. And now we are going to vocabulary and listening. So, what is the weather going to be like? Look at the weather map of Europe and name some of the countries. So we have the capitals, but I just took a look and I saw all the names are for the capitals. So like Moscow, Russia, Berlin, I think it's German, Madrid, Spain, Rome, Rome, Athens is Greece, and Istanbul, it's Turkey. Okay, so now we are going to listen to the weather forecast. Write the temperatures on the map. Which season is it? What month do you think it is? So we are going to listen, look at the map, and listen, and then we are going to figure out the temperatures on the map for these countries. Okay, what month do you think it is? Okay, so we are going to do the temperature and figure out the month. I will just go and start the audio. It'll take seconds. Mhm. It's 11 8. 11 8 33 CD3. You're going to listen together.
11.8. What's the weather going to be like? And here's Carol. with the weather forecast for Europe.
Thanks, Andrew. Well, at the moment, there's some wet and windy weather over the UK and Scandinavia, and this is going to move to the east over Poland and Germany. Temperatures in Berlin and Warsaw are about 21 degrees Celsius right now, but it's cooler in London, more like 18 degrees, and cooler still in Oslo, around 17 there. Further east, it's cool and cloudy in Moscow, where the temperature is a welcome 15 degrees after all the extreme summer heat there. To the south, it's a bit warmer, 23 degrees in Budapest, and even warmer as we get further south, so 26 degrees in Rome. But it's going to be cloudy and showery across the north of Italy before long, so temperatures aren't going to stay as high there. In northern Turkey, there's some heavy rain, and it's already getting stormy. So temperatures won't get much higher than 21 degrees in Istanbul. France is going to be cool and cloudy in the north, 20 degrees in Paris, but much warmer and sunnier in the south, with a high of 27 degrees in Nice. The rest of the Mediterranean is going to be warm and dry too. Portugal and Spain will see plenty of late summer sunshine, with temperatures as high as 29 degrees in Madrid and Lisbon. It's going to be warmer still in Greece, and we're probably going to reach 30 degrees in Athens. And that's your European weather for the next 24 hours. I'll be back at lunchtime with an update.
Thanks, Carol. And now, the news headlines.
Okay, so I took the temperatures and put them on the map. So it's 15 in Moscow and London 18. It's sunny here in Madrid and Lisbon, so it's 29, and in Rome 26, Athens 30. Sorry. So, and the question number 2 here is about the month. So I think I'm going to use my marker to, so we have like Berlin and Warsaw. I will put a line here and Warsaw, and okay, I will correct it. Berlin, Warsaw, London, and also Moscow, also Budapest, and Rome. All of these are late summer, early autumn. So I think all of them, like even Athens, even Istanbul, like all of them, I will write it. I just the climate here, I will write it. So it's late summer or autumn or early autumn. So I think it's, or it could be December, or I'm sorry, it's month 9, so it's September. Okay. So that was for question number 2, and we are moving to question number 1 and question number 2. Write the worded adjectives in the box next to the correct symbols. Which 3 adjectives weren't in the forecast in 1? Okay, so right now we are going to use these adjectives. So we have sun, so it's sunny. Number 2 is stormy. And number 3, wind, windy. And number 4, it's foggy. Number 5, it's rainy. And number 6 is snowy. Number 7 is cloudy. So it's just like, it's not the same amount we will have when it's actually we have heavy rain. بسبب كمية المطر اللي بتنزل. يعني بالشاور إنه هو يعني شوية مطر مو كتير، أما الريني فهو بيكون مطر غزير. So the adjective we didn't have in number 1 was rainy and rainy, sunny, snowy. Sunny, rainy, and snowy. We didn't have them here. We didn't have them in number 1 question. Okay, look at these adjectives. Which words in number 2 can they go with? Make some sentences. So from here, hot, warm, cold, cool, wet, dry, bright. We are going to make sentence like, for example, number 1, sunny or hot and sunny. So it could be here like that, hot and sunny. And we can also say cold and rainy. Cold and rainy. And we can also say cool and foggy. Cool and foggy. Cool and rainy also. It could be stormy and wet. And wet. Okay. We can also make a lot of like it's hot and sunny, it's cold and rainy, it's cool and foggy, it's cool and sunny, it's wet and windy, it's dry and sunny, it's dry and coldy. There are a lot actually to make here, so it will be enough with this. Now we are moving to another question. What's like? So what is, and we like the form is like this. What plus is plus subject plus like. So, and question mark, of course. So, what is subject like? So, what is the subject like? It can be here instead of is, we can put be, because it may be was, it may be were, it may be could be, it may be will be, or anything, any verb, but just be in any tense. So Listen and repeat the questions. What is the weather like? What is like? Ask us for a description. What is the weather like means describe the weather. نحن نستخدم سؤال what is like حتى نوصف شيء. نحن هون عم نستخدمه نوصف كيف الطقس. كيف الطقس شتي صيف. فهذا هو الغرض من السؤال. Here, listen and complete the conversation. Practice it with a partner. So we are going to listen and complete this conversation.
11.10. What's the weather like today?
What's the weather like today?
It's cool and cloudy.
And what was it like yesterday?
So today it's cool and cloudy.
Oh, it was wet and windy.
And
Mhm.
what's it?
And yesterday was wet and windy. And what's going to be tomorrow?
To be like tomorrow?
I think it's going to be warm and sunny.
Warm and sunny. And sunny. So as I mentioned here, it depends on the be. We have here it's is, here it was, and is going to be. So we have be and we are going to format it as the sentence we have. Now we are moving to everyday English. So I just need a minute to check something. Okay, all good. All's good. Everyday English. Making suggestions. كيف نعمل اقتراحات. What compares in the chart. Make a list of things you can do in good weather, things you can do in bad weather. So we are going to make a list of things that we can do in good weather and things you can do in bad weather. So I think in good weather we can play tennis. We also can go for a walk. We can also meet outdoors. We can go on trip. We can also I think that's enough. We can watch a film on Netflix. We can cook. We can cook, so it would be warm. We can play cards, and also we can play chess. Can read a book. So it depends on the weather and what we like to do. Number 2, listen and complete the conversations. So we have conversations. We are going to hear a conversation, and we here in 11, we are going to listen to 2 conversations. one for good weather and one for bad one. So, and we are going to predict some possible words for each gap. Like we have here, the question is about good weather and bad weather, and we are going to fill the blanks we have. Okay, so it's 11, 11.
11.11. Making suggestions. 1. Good weather.
What a lovely day.
Yeah, it's really warm and sunny.
It's really warm and sunny. What shall we do?
Do. Shall we go for a walk?
Shall we go for a walk?
My love was as cruel as...
Shall we go for a walk? Okay, and now we are going to listen to conversation number 2.
2. Bad weather.
What an awful day. It's raining again.
I know. It's so cold and wet.
Mm,
What shall we do?
let's stay in and watch a film.
Okay, so the day is cold and wet. Let's stay in and watch a film. Okay. That was for number 2. And we are going to continue the conversation with these lines in the correct order. So, good weather. So we are going to read. No, that's boring. We did that last night. Oh no, it's too hot to walk. Okay, why don't we go to the beach? Okay, then, why don't we go out for a coffee? Good idea. We could take a picnic. Yes, we could go to Cafe Nero. I'll help you make it. Great. I'll give my coat and umbrella. So it was the conversation number 1. What a lovely day. Yeah, it's really warm and sunny. What shall we do? Shall we go for a walk? So it was, oh,